So I first wanted to introduce myself. Some of you may know me on Twitter as Sara Strat Sniper. Um, my real name is Sara Sabatino. I'm 35 years old. I'm a single mom. I have a 15-year-old daughter, and I am a full-time day trader as of September 12th, 2018, so almost 2 years. I found Rob. Rob and I met on Twitter in February of 2019. I kept seeing the Strat hashtags and, was curious. And Rob was real patient and worked with me. I told him, all I want to do is be a successful trader. I'm not trying to make a bunch of money. I just want to pay my bills. And, he kind of took me under his wing and held my hand and helped me learn the Strat. So we have a huge community, a huge following on Twitter. And then through the Strat in Twitter, I found TrendSpider. There's a couple favorite features that I'm going to show you on the TrendSpider website that I use personally for the Strat, and kind of like what I do, what I look for, how I scan. There also is pre-made Strat scans, but I kind of tweaked mine a little bit. And TrendSpider's customer service is so good. If you have any questions, like, they respond to you almost immediately. And I would say, if not immediately, at least within 24 hours. So they're definitely top-notch for customer service and questions. They also want to hear our feedback and kind of what they can do to make the platform better for their users, which is a huge deal. Not many platforms really care what their customers have to say. TrendSpider definitely does. So you can create your own watch list. So here is my personal watch list. This is just my small little universe because the market's so big and I only focus on these stocks, and it kind of keeps me sane. So if you go up here, you can click on Market Scanner. And if you look in the bottom left, I have some scans that I made. So what I do is I look for inside bars on any time frame, like preferably the weekly and daily. So kind of what I do is I'll start with a weekly inside bar scan and kind of zoom in from there. So for instance, I had posted a couple of days ago some inside week scans to keep an eye on. So I'm going to show you kind of how they played out in a second. But so I clicked this, the weekly inside bar, and then I hit scan. And then it will populate a list of inside weekly bars. I might have to, hold on, let's look. Yeah, I'm going to have to click current candle. So click current candle. So that means that it's still currently inside. And then you'll hit scan again. So kind of from here, what I'll do, it's kind of small when this scanner screen is up. So this will show me that Wells Fargo is inside on the week. And then I can kind of mark my levels up. Got to shrink that back down. And here's all the tools, which are really cool. So kind of what I do is I just mark the levels. So these are my levels of interest. So basically, if Wells Fargo breaks above 24.89, I want to be long. If it breaks below 23.61, I want to be short. Well, how do I do that? And the other fantastic feature that TrendSpider has is alerts. These are so huge because we can't remember everything that we do, and we can't be watching everything all the time. There's just way too much. So what I like to do is you can just right click on your line and you'll hit create alert at this line. And there's kind of a few different things that you'll do here. So you can tell the alert when you want it to alert you. So do you want it to alert you once it's broken through? Which, me personally, that's too late. I don't prefer that one. I really like the touch one. So I just click when it touches this line. And this is my favorite part. Let me move this a little bit. So this is the sensitivity, which is kind of like a buffer zone. You can see this area and watch what happens when I slide and drag this. So it'll alert me ahead of time, which is amazing because it gives you time to get prepared, set some orders so you're not missing things. So let's say 25 cents is kind of small. And here it tells you, how far away you'll get an alert. They alert you on your email and you get a text message, which is really cool because, I have my phone next to me all day, so I get the text instantly. And then this one asks your confirmation candle daily. I'm a day trader, so I prefer a smaller time frame to be alerted on. So like the hourly. So if the hourly candle comes up and touches in my little area, I'll get an alert. And they're cute. They have all these happy little alert names. I always just say like inside, week, and up, go long. And then you could just, if you wanted to buy options, you could put options in your notes or whatever. And then you just hit create alert, which is really handy. And some of the scans that I talked about a few days ago played out so insanely well. And I wanted to kind of show you guys. Give me 1 second. Okay, so like I said, this is how I start my scans. I start on the weekly. So YY was on my scan for an inside week and up. And that's a new alert. Don't pay that one any attention. But so the alert went off at 90.11. Per the Strat, my magnitude was to take out the top of this candle, which was 91.90, which, yes, that's not a tremendous amount, but you'll see we did do it. So the inside bar took out the mother bar's high. That one, not the most impressive one. NVAX was an inside week. This one was really nice. So the alert alerted me at 133.30 and the target per the Strat, 112.51. That's a, what, $21 move? There's a lot of money there. Roku. Woo! I sound like such a nerd when I talk about some stocks. Okay. So Roku, the inside week alert went off at 152. The actual magnitude was 157, but we got all the way up to like 167. That was incredible. AMD, I'm just going to show you these other ones real quickly. AMD, same thing. So inside week, I wait for that alert, set my alert, tell it to go long. I can go program this in my broker platform whenever I get the alert. And like I say, I do it before it happens. If you do it exactly on the line, you're not going to get the best entry. I know That was a really good one too. Same thing, inside week, that was the target. So 1383 to 1240. And the last one I have, Facebook. Holy Facebook. So Facebook was a double inside week. The magnitude was only to take out 278, but oh man, that was so explosive. And again, let's see. So here we go. Here's a perfect example. We can set an alert right now for tomorrow. So let's delete these lines. And I like to kind of border out my candles, so I put lines on them. Okay, so now what Rob had mentioned, time frame continuity. Typically, because all time frames are bullish, we want this to break out. But we are at all-time highs, which Rob will say is exhaustion risk. But if we do break out, there would be the target. So let's set an alert. So we're gonna right click, create alert at this line. So touch. So let's see. So this is Facebook. So my target for the alert is 301, but I want to be notified probably like $2 ahead of time. So we'll say inside and up long. And then we can, whoops, here we could put target like 305 and then create alert. And then also if you want to look at your alerts, they're in here. Oh wait, that one just says triggered. Oh, here they are. So these are the alerts that I have set. If they've fired off, so FedEx fired off today for me for an inside day and up, so I can delete that. But kind of the other thing that's really cool and involves the strat are these are sort of indicators, I guess they would call them. Yeah. But they show you, they highlight easily for you if something is an inside bar or an outside bar, which is really nice, especially if you have terrible eyes like I do. Sometimes I'm like having to see if the lows are, if it's actually inside or if it's outside. So these are very helpful. So the way to do that is go to patterns, and here you'll notice all these say the strat. So you can, there's so many different combinations of the strat. You can select any of these. Me personally, all I really care about is inside and outside, because I know what I'm looking for next. So I don't really use these top ones. So here, inside bar, there's a ton of, the candle patterns are endless on this list. But like I said, for me, it's really helpful. My eyes are bad, like I said. So these are huge. I love them. And I know TrendSpider is also working on numbering the candles with a new indicator. So this will say 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2. So that'll be really nice when they get that going. Okay, so one last thing that I want to explain about the market scanner and why I like it so much is because, the market is so big, and I have, like I mentioned earlier, my own personal watch list that I like and I use. I'm comfortable with these names. I like the way they trade, even though Apple does not like me. So when I do these things, there's this, when I say these things, when I scan for inside days, you can select you know, your own personal watch list, which is really cool. And the other really cool thing is like TrendSpider offers all these different things that I can just scan for at any time. So let's say, you know, I want to see if there's any inside bars in the NASDAQ. I can just click NASDAQ and I can click scan. And let's see. Oh, no inside bars. That seems unusual. Here, let's do S&P 500. So, you know, you can pick what you want. So if you want the S&P or you just want your own little watch list, which that's what I do, that's what I'm comfortable with, that's at the top. And the reason why I look for the inside bars is because it's consolidation. I know what to expect. When the range breaks, I know exactly what my target is. And that's basically it. Okay, so once again, I'm Sarah. This is how I use TrendSpider to trade the Strat. And I hope you have fun trading it and found this helpful.